Hello, I'm Dr. Bhatawdekar, psychiatrist.
Hello, I'm Dr. Anjali Bhatawdekar, pediatrician. Let us continue our talk on development of preschoolers in this session on parenting today. Last time we talked about how different factors affect the development of young children. When we're talking of the development of a child, we must remember that different functions develop differently in different children. So, the speed at which different functions develop is different, and there is no point in comparing two children. For example, a 10-month-old child, one 10-month-old child may barely be able to stand up, not yet able to walk, but he can speak bisyllables or words. Another 10-month-old child is able to walk with support or at times even without support, but he is not able to talk even monosyllables. Now, both these children are normal actually, because the range for developing a particular milestone is a range. It's different for different functions. For example, for motor functions like walking or sitting, the range is a few months only. But for complicated functions like the speech is a very, very complicated function to develop, and for that the range may be as long as a year or 1.5 years. So some children may start talking at the age of 10 months, 11 months, but some children may not speak much before the age of 2 or 2 years, 3 months also. So what we have to see is the overall development of the child. You should not compare a particular function of a particular child with another child, because each child is different, as we were talking about. Now, in the last 2 years during this COVID, what has happened to the development of children? Obviously, it has been affected. So many functions are affected, and especially the social maturation of the children has been affected severely, and also the speech. One example which I have is a 10-month, 11-month-old child who was born during the COVID period. Now, this girl was living with her parents and grandparents and an older sibling. This child, even at the age of 10 months, had not met her uncle and aunt and another sibling who were staying in the next building. So, this child was not used to social interactions. At the end of 10, 11 months, when the COVID restrictions were reduced and this child started going out with the mother, a change was found in the child. The child started clinging to the mother. The child would not allow anybody else to touch her, and she would be cranky and irritable whenever she was going out. Now, this was obviously because she was not exposed to the social atmosphere which normally children of this age are exposed to. Slowly, during the next 2 or 3 months, we advise the parents to take the child out more, slowly develop interactions with other family members, and at the end of the next 3 or 4 months, the child was almost normal, though a little slow as compared to other children.
Let me give you another example of a 5-year-old boy who is brought by his parents with complaints that this child is irritable, angry, cranky, screams, shouts, refuses to attend online classes, refuses to study at all, refuses to sleep at night, and is just hooked on to the screen all the time. This was thanks to the pandemic situation. On examination, I found that this child's IQ was superior and his need for stimulation was very high. And the circumstances of lockdown were not permitting him to be stimulated to that extent. His brain was deprived of the necessary stimulation, and this child's energy was not flowing, and this child was cranky. Once the lockdown situation improved, once this child started channelizing his energy, his behavior completely improved. So, we need to remember that a child's development is dependent on several factors, and a wise parent is able to look at all these factors holistically. We continue with our topic of preschoolers and their development in subsequent videos. Stay tuned in.